Something to keep in mind.
You can put on set. What do you think? No?
Right? This is the moment.
Maybe better out there, and then everyone can go do
Okay,
their
okay,
thing.
okay.
Bring it, but you can bring stuff out, but like maybe not have it all here.
This guy's
We'll
about to show
come get it.
Borderlands
Just leave it.
4.
We'll come get it. Thanks,
By
Joey.
the way, so far
He's about to show 4.
This is the
Big
first
deal.
miss of the Game Awards so far. I haven't
Every
really pitched all
pixel-
Yeah, have him on stage.
I-
What are we doing here?
But it's like
I
he's
get it,
the
but,
one
like,
making this
don't do it.
decision.
He's-
But
We're all giving it everything.
At least
we
we're
got,
in
you
Borderlands
guys. We're
4.
putting everything we have into this game. And listen,
Did you get your cup?
I can go on talking about Borderlands 4, or I could just show you Borderlands 4.
Yeah, get to it.
But
Who
instead, I'm
wants
going
me
to keep talking.
Get to it.
And who wants me to roll the trailer for Borderlands Mother Fluffin' 4?
All right, say fucking. Come on.
Run it.
Fair's is saying it. Yeah.
As you wish.
Yeah.
The world premiere first look at Borderlands 4.
Oh, okay.
Can't hate it.
That's a good
Can't
jacket.
hate it. I can't
Knew
hate
he
it.
was gonna do it.
Remember when he tweeted at Game Informer, why would you fuck me like this?
Oh shit, that was crazy.
doesn't feel like Raising Cane's attire.
I'm in my work wear.
I'm not dressed for Raising Cane's right now.
Oh.
I would never know this is Borderlands looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, big
Well, remember, we had that different art style, yeah, that we looked at before.
They still got the lines on there, but they're not like cell shaded.
Zerg versus Protoss. That's funny. What are these types
Oh,
of
no,
drums?
now we're
'Cause
getting
I'm
that
obsessed
thing.
with it.
Yeah.
That's their Uzi art style.
Yeah, now we're there. Now we're there.
Yeah.
Really thought it was going to be a completely different change for the art
I
style.
like those big curls, like that hair. Oh, pod racing. Very cool.
There he is. There it is, the loop.
Remember when we watched the movie, Mike?
We watched that, and even I was mad.
That was
it takes a lot.
horrible.
Do you think you would have liked it more if you watched it on your phone?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. And then they changed. Oh,
This looks like Borderlands.
yeah, this does.
That's all I'm getting from this.
I'm
is that
wondering
it's
if
Borderlands.
there's a change in the art style or no. I guess not. We're just sticking the same.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So you probably see more of that at Summer Game Fest then.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we really
for
get
sure.
the true blow out of that because I was expecting a little more from that one.
Clearly, it's a great time to be a gamer, and our friends at NVIDIA GeForce are keeping the party going through the rest of the year. Right now, you can follow NVIDIA GeForce's social channels to take part in their GeForce Great Celebration, where they're looking back at the last 25 years of gaming and giving away a slew of prizes over the next few weeks. This all leads right up to the NVIDIA keynote address at this year's Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas on January 6th, where we expect to hear a lot more about NVIDIA's plans for the future of gaming. As part of this, NVIDIA is also bringing back their legendary GeForce LAN party in January. You can join the 50-hour-long gaming marathon starting January 4th, either online or in person in Las Vegas, Berlin, Taipei, or Beijing. You'll be able to play online and compete for additional prizes as they count down to the keynote announcement. Again, head over to NVIDIA GeForce's social channels to learn more, and of course, we'll continue to keep you covered right here on Kinda Funny. Still Wakes the Deep is a first-person narrative horror game from the genre masters at the Chinese Room. Featuring an all-star cast of Scottish actors, it combines grounded storytelling with unknowable horror for a truly unique and terrifying adventure. Set at Christmas 1975, you play as Kaz McCleary, a family man running from the police by taking a job on the Baradi oil rig. But the holiday cheer turns to festive fear as something incomprehensible comes aboard and starts wiping out everything in its path. With your escape routes cut off and no way to contact the mainland, your only hope is to run and hide as you make your way across the collapsing rig. Navigate pitch black corridors, crawl through tight underwater spaces, and try not to make a sound during tense stealth sections. Whatever you are afraid of, Still Wakes the Deep has something that will freak you out. To celebrate the festive season, Still Wakes the Deep is currently 35% off on Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5. Buy today and add some horror to your holidays. This episode's brought to you by Aura Frames. Isn't it funny how the people we love most are often the hardest to shop for? Luckily, there's one gift that everyone on your list is sure to enjoy: an Aura digital picture frame. Aura frames make it incredibly easy to share unlimited photos and videos directly from your phone to the frame. And when you give an Aura frame as a gift, you can personalize and preload it with a thoughtful message and photos using the Aura app, making it an ideal present for long-distance loved ones. Greg, Kevin, and a ton of people at Kinda Funny are obsessed with their Aura frames. It takes about 2 minutes to set up a frame using the Aura app. That means you'll be able to easily add all the photos of the new memories that you will create this holiday season. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code KINDAFUNNY at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code KINDAFUNNY. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply. auraframes.com, promo code KINDAFUNNY. The next up, we had Black Frost The Long Dark 2.
What? When?
I have no notes. You're reading my notes, right? I just Black Frost The Long Dark 2.
I was
And we were
rushing
just
my
like,
thing.
yeah, it was like we all watched it, and then it was like, all right, on to the next. There's Borderlands.
Man,
all right,
I
well.
don't remember that.
Leslie called it out. That was the only time. Yeah,
Oh, it's the long dark too.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I don't even have a press
Someone's
release
hyped.
about it.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm
A
not.
lot of people love the long dark.
But then we had Borderlands 4, and I do feel like this was probably my first miss of this show, of having Randy Pitchford come out on stage. I get it.
I think the trailer too.
The trailer was a miss. Yeah, the trailer just
Yeah.
didn't
I mean,
hit.
I think
thought it
Randy
was
didn't
gonna
need to
hit
come
harder.
out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the agreement that he wanted to because
I'm
Randy
sure.
was being on stage, and his jacket was dope. But yeah, the trailer, I just don't know. I think the way they initially introduced it made a lot of us feel like, oh, maybe this is them going in a different direction, elevating, changing the art style. Blah, blah. It's like, no, it's just more Borderlands, which again, I'm going to play more Borderlands. I enjoy Borderlands. Jen texted me from the Game Awards and said, I will play Borderlands 4 with you. So it's like, we're going to go do that whole thing. But it is, here were the Vault Hunters, and here was the thing. The official description goes, a new trailer introduces the Timekeeper, a ruthless dictator who dominates the masses from on high. A world-altering catastrophe threatens his perfect order. Unleashing mayhem across Kairos, the most dangerous planet discovered so far in the Borderlands universe. Borderlands 4 is the most ambitious Borderlands to date, lovingly handcrafted by the development studio that first forged the looter-shooter genre. The title evolves the series' gameplay and storytelling in new ways while delivering on quintessential Borderlands experience fans know and love. It mentions the Vault Hunters, the billions of wild and deadly weapons, the deepest and most diverse Vault Hunter skill trees of Borderlands yet, so on and so forth. Players will seamlessly travel between zones, become immersed and more dynamic. New traversal mechanics added exploration for loot and new dimension to combat. A vehicle that can be summoned almost anywhere will have players racing across the beautiful vistas of Kairos in style. Fight solo or co-op, blah, blah, blah. You read through these bullet points they sent, and none of these sound revolutionary.
And
Sounds
you
like
see
Borderlands.
this logo even. Like,
Yeah, and that's the Borderlands 3
Yeah.
logo, right?
It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's I mean, I think it would be blasphemous.
Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Last of Us.
It would be blasphemous to change the art style, but I am just so kind of over that art style that they have right now. And like, I would totally understand why there would be any like, no, we can't do that. Do you know the amount of people that would be so pissed off and would like revolt in the streets and make you change the way Sonic looks in the movie to like get him to look more like Sonic in the video game? Like,
Thank God.
there's no way that we would allow that. And I personally would love that. I also just love when shit changes in games, but I just, whenever we saw any glimpse of a character walking with that same sort of art style, like, it's so tired to me, you know?
Would changing the art style change, I think, the tenor of what this trailer was, as far as,
No.
I guess, is that the thing that would get people excited about Borderlands?
It would get people talking about it. Like really talking about it, because it would
Okay.
be exciting and different for sure.
Because
I mean, I feel like it was different, and then it wasn't, but it kind of was.
I think
See, my whole thing with it, with all due respect to you, is I just don't think you're entrenched in that audience. Where the first group of enemies they showed was like, oh, it looked like psychos with red eyes. It's like, okay, they're more black and white than orange and pink. It's like, all right.
But I mean, the coloring I think goes a long way. Like seeing that the beginning of the trailer before it got to gameplay, it looked different. But like, I'm not saying it's good though.
Yeah.
Like it kind of just seems like this seems like a dead franchise.
Then that's
Look
kind
at
of where I'm coming into it. As far as I am so impressed how the feel was when Borderlands 2 was announced, when Borderlands 3 was announced, and now we're at when Borderlands 4 is announced and being showed off, where it feels like a different franchise. Borderlands 3 was hype.
The movie really hurt it.
I don't even think it was the movie. I think it's a funny joke, obviously. I think it was the fact that Borderlands, there was such a gap between Borderlands 2 and 3. We forget that, right? So that Borderlands 3 event and mantling and all this stuff, it was a cool reveal and it was this nostalgia hit and it was this thing. And then I think people jumped into it and got it and were like, yeah, it's Borderlands. And I think for a lot of people, like I platinumed it, right? But a lot of people like didn't even finish it. They played a bunch and then were just like, I've had enough. Like you're at this buffet, and you're like, I'm pushing back because I've had enough. And I think that's the taste that was left in the mass gamer appeal. I know there's a hardcore Borderlands audience, right? But I think the mass mainstream audience of gamers who played it were like, I've had my fill of this and I'm not asking for more. You didn't let me get hungry again. People were hungry after Borderlands 2 for Borderlands 3, right? And I know the pre-sequel is in there or whatever, but like they were for that next major real Borderlands. And then they got it and they're like, okay, cool. This was a nice nostalgia hit and I had fun with it, but I'm ready to not do this. So to look at it and be like, it's more of the same. I don't think you're going to get that same pop.
I think you just need a larger shakeup. Like it could be art style, but I think it needs to be more than art style.
No,
like
100%.
watching this trailer, I remember when the Borderlands 2 trailer came out, and I watched that trailer like 20 times. I forget it was like a very popular dubstep song that Borderlands 2 had in this trailer. I watched that shit so much, and there was an energy. There's an energy that is so lacking in this trailer.
Yeah,
as
this
I'm
one didn't have
watching
the
it.
music, the pop.
It didn't
like
have
we're
the
talking about.
music.
Almost like with the movie. Remember, Tim, when we walked down, I was
know.
like, where is it?
Where's the live
soul?
music?
Where are
What
you
are we
at?
doing?
There was like
This
nothing
missed that.
new. Like
Yeah.
this felt empty.
Here's the problem, though. Borderlands is still just so beloved to me that it's like, now I'm going to play it. But when does that goodwill finally end for me? When is it? This could be the one for me where it's like, if this doesn't hit, I'm like, all right, this is now like, you don't get the pass for just the name anymore.
I'm gonna play it. Then Jen wants to play it. We're in. Are we gonna finish it? Are we
Yeah.
gonna platinum it? Am I gonna fall in love with the Vault Hunter and the skill tree? That was one of my problems with Borderlands 3. Honestly, is like I didn't ever love any of my Vault Hunters that I was playing as and what I was going for. Real quick in the YouTube chat, Rick Grimes says 10 out of 10. More like 0 out of 0. Rick,
Nice.
Shane's fucking your wife. All right, don't worry about what's happening over
shit.
here.
Man, that was crazy times.
He doesn't know yet. You know what I mean? It hadn't started
wake
here.
up.
Borderlands 3 by 2023 sold over 18 million copies.
It was a huge hit.
It's gonna do well.
Oh yeah.
But I'm with Blessing.
I mean,
it
that's
does
the whole
feel
thing, is
like,
like-
there's nothing to be jazzed or excited about, you know?
I am excited for more. When the preview invite comes through, I'm going to be excited to play. When we can get review code, I'm going to be excited to do it. But I'm not going to be... I look at that, and that could so easily be Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm not like, oh, I got to fucking do this. It's almost the same way of like the Borderlands 3, the DLCs. When those started coming, I was like, yeah, let's go. And we were doing the Borderlands show, I think. And progressively, the more DLCs we got, I was just like, I didn't even finish the last one because okay, but you know what I mean? A lot of it. What now?
Rick Grimes says Kind of Funny Games is a joke.
You know, I'll tell his joke, your fucking marriage, all right? Judith isn't even yours. You know what I mean?
We don't know that for sure. They never got tested.
Honestly, I'd be happy. I would not want